دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب إنه على رجعه لقادر يوم تبلى السرائر فما له من قوة ولا ناصر والسماء ذات الرجع والأرض ذات الصدع.
You think you've seen buffet lines before? You ain't seen lines like this.
Yeah, I was like 5 people behind you.
And so I've got some cheese spreads, some fried chicken, fried dumplings, and I think this is the chickpea.
Hummus?
Hummus, babaganoush, and that yogurt, and then fried chicken. Of course, have to get your veggies.
Yep. And what you got, a cheese bread?
Yeah, a cheese bread and some other variety of salads. I really like their salads. And then the other plate, different kinds of rice, and one is lamb with rice. I think this is eggplant and tomato. Also got some grilled chicken and a quesadilla of sorts.
I got everything that Susan got, except I got a beef slider. At least I think it's beef. Could be lamb. Let's give this a try. It's spicy. It's not a plain beef. I actually think it's lamb. It's got a kind of lamby taste to it, but not too strong. Or it could be a mixture of lamb and beef. This is really good. Too bad I only grabbed one of these and went fast. I'm gonna try some of this lamb. It's right at the top of my plate. These came from the shank, and they're just fall apart tender. So let's give this lamb a try. That is just fall apart tender. It's very moist, it's very fragrant. I think they season it with just some salt and pepper and maybe some mild spices. I'm gonna give this, what is this? Yeah, I'm gonna give this falafel a try. I'm gonna try this falafel. Let's take a look at this. It's a nice green color. A lot of chickpeas, and what do they put in this? Parsley, lots of parsley. Garlic, I think? Yeah. Very crisp. Good flavor, would make a great falafel sandwich. I'm going to try some now with some of this tzatziki sauce, the white sauce. bad this isn't closer to where I work. I'd be going here for lunch every day. So yeah, I'm gonna try one of these. It looks like an egg roll. I don't know if that's what it is, but we'll find out. Mine has a little bit of that white sauce on it. I think that had some kind of a mixture of maybe some meat and some kind of a pickled vegetable. It tastes a little bit like, you know, a little sour pickled vegetable. Either that or it's some kind of cheese. For those of you who are watching and you're familiar with these little egg roll things, please make a comment below and let us know what you think they are, because I'd like to know. Thank you. Okay, someone just told me it was shredded chicken.
And the dumpling here, fried very nicely. There seems to be a variety of vegetables inside. It's really delicious.
Okay, I'm gonna give one of these dumplings a try. Yeah, they're filled with vegetables. Looks like it's filled with carrots, cabbage, and peas. Here's another mystery item. It's kind of looks like a cheese bread. We got a video earlier of the guy making these things. I'll pop that up in a little bit. Looks like a mini pizza, but I don't know what it's called. Let's give this a try. That was a mild, buttery kind of cheese. I'd say it's like a white slice pizza. So they have a kiosk with these dispensers of tea and water. Let's give this tea a try and see what it tastes like. Oh wow, that's a different flavor. This is not a regular iced tea. It's very sweet, and it's got a really strong taste of rose water. Very pleasant taste. I'd rather actually have this with some ice, but it's served just plain, so it's a little bit syrupy for my taste, but I'd prefer it to be on some ice. This would be very refreshing on a hot summer day.
Earlier, and someone serves the lamb and rice to you. He also gave me a lemon. This is excellent lamb. It spreads really easily. This must have been cooking for hours. And I fished out a bay leaf earlier, and I got a piece of lemon with someone serving the lamb and rice, scooping it out for you. But let me give this one a try. I'm not all that familiar with Middle Eastern food, so I don't know the spicy, but definitely there's salt and pepper and bay leaf and lemon. I don't know what else is in there. I'd gladly come here to eat it again.
I don't know what to call this. I mean, closest thing I can describe it is it's a chicken quesadilla, but it's probably not. Looks like a very thin flatbread and some chicken in there. This is another chicken dish that it just tastes like it was really slow roasted and very mildly spiced. I taste a little bit of mint in there, kind of buttery, pretty tasty.
This chicken has got to be some of the tastiest chicken and rice I've ever had. It's melts in your mouth. Very tasty.
Does every culture have fried chicken? They just had a pile of these. I couldn't resist. It's a good fried chicken. It's a standard fried chicken. It's not spicy at all. It's just probably a little salt and pepper, a little breading, and then it's fried till it's crispy, golden, and delicious. I just made a sandwich of pita bread, walnut salad, and falafel, and a big dollop of hummus. So the walnut salad had a little bit of a vinaigrette dressing, and it just adds another level of crunch. You've got crunch on crunch. You've got the crispy falafel, and you've got a crispy walnut with a tangy vinaigrette dressing, and then you've got the cooling hummus on top. This is a delicious sandwich. Of course, I'll never recreate this again, but it's delicious for the moment. So at every table they had a plate with dates for each place setting, and I'm about to give this one a try. You know, when I was deployed in Iraq, one of the locals would tell us about their culture, and they said that the dates were very important to their culture, and that someone could go their entire life eating nothing but dates and camel milk, and that's all they would need to sustain themselves. This is a date unlike any that I've had before. This is creamy. It has such a creamy texture. I could just take the seed out of this and just spread it onto bread. And it's super sweet, like a honey sweet. I need to find out where they get these dates, because I'd like to get a whole bucket of these things. Man, that was a damn fine date. A lot of times dates, you get them in the supermarket, and dates are just really dried up and hard. I am just amazed at how creamy and moist that date was.
I got a second helping of lemon rice, another falafel with some white sauce. Also more of their salad because their salads are so tasty. And then I happened to pass by the dessert. This seems to be some kind of rice pudding. It was steaming hot. You could see all the steam coming off it. And then I saw this next to it, so I couldn't resist. I don't know what this is called, but it looks good, so I got one. Very yummy.
Here's a piece of their chicken kebab. I hope it's still good, because it's been sitting on my plate while I eat everything that's on there. So far, everything's been really delicious, but let's give this a try. Well, that was a very nice piece of barbecue chicken. It was probably on a skewer and charcoal grill. So it's got a little bit of smoke, light seasoning, not too spicy. Really good. That's another one that would make a great sandwich. Now, I'm going to wash it down with some CNC Cola. So when you look at reviews on this place, a lot of people complain that they ordered a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi and they got CNC. So now they're making a point to let you know that they don't have those products, that what you're getting is generic CNC. I haven't seen this since like the 1970s. I used to have this at home. Yeah, it's not one of the pricier sodas. It's one of those discount brands, but it's still pretty good and it goes down well with this barbecue chicken. Rice, actually it's not a rice pudding. We keep calling it rice pudding, but it's actually a bread pudding with pistachios and pine nuts on top of it. Really warm. It's got a little hint of spice, maybe a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of cardamom. And a lot of milk and cream. It's a delicious bread pudding. I could probably just eat this all night long, but I am stuffed right now. Next up, the Mystery Square. I have no idea what this is. It looks like it might be some kind of semolina with some pine nuts on top and probably soaked in honey, as many Middle Eastern treats are. I'm expecting it definitely to be very sweet. As expected, that was a very dense sweet. I wish I had a cup of coffee with this, but I'm kind of done for the night. But yeah, it would be great in the morning as a breakfast treat or lunch or dessert anytime. But I really would like a nice cup of coffee with this. It's really sweet, it's really nutty, and I wouldn't mind eating this again, but it's a little too heavy for me right now. Here's another treat here. I think Susan said it tasted kind of like coconut. I'll find out. Okay. I was expecting some kind of a whipped cream on top there, but it's a coconut cream. Like really thick coconut, cream of coconut. And you got some pistachios on there. And again, I think it's a very sweet, honey, semolina based pastry. And this is another good one to have with a cup of coffee. Well, one thing I noticed about the end of this meal, everything is sweet on sweet. I guess in a lot of cultures, that's to indicate, you know, it's supposed to represent the sweetness of life that we should enjoy in between the fasts. So I'm actually gonna finish this off with some more of that really sweet rosewater tea.
That was a really filling meal. I don't think I've ever had lemon rice and chicken and rice in the same meal, but that was excellent.
Yeah, I think the highlights of that meal was the slow roasted lamb pilaf. That rice was just, I mean, you could just eat that all night long. The dessert was a little sweet, and I have a feeling my blood sugar is going to hit 190 tomorrow. Hey, it's a holiday. We're glad that we could celebrate Ramadan with the patrons of Bawadi this evening.